You're live. Your channel.
Hello? Oh, it's working.
Yes.
Okay, so I have to turn this down. Okay, you ready for this? So I'm gonna keep this here.
You want my iPad to play it back, or you want?
No, no, no.
You want to use the iPad for different stuff?
Um,
Yes. Welcome back, guys.
oh, sure.
Do you want any song to start us off with?
Sure.
What song do you want?
Uh,
Bob Marley?
no,
Or
Patriots or whatever it's called. F. Joe Biden.
oh, that guy?
Yeah, quick. I'm gonna send it.
Uh,
Three.
what's his name?
3, 2. Just
Let's go,
search
Brandon.
up. Just search it up.
Actually, I have the song.
Various shots that people are getting now cover that. You're okay. You're not gonna get COVID if you have these vaccinations.
Somebody gotta do it. Hey, let's go,
All right.
Brandon. I keep a drum like I'm Nick Cannon. Hey, let's go, Brandon. Pandemic ain't real, they just planned it. Hey, let's go, Brandon. When you ask questions, they start banning. Hey, let's go, Brandon. Hey, let's go, Brandon. Hey, let's go,
sent it into the
Brandon.
group
I
chat,
keep a
so
drum
let's-
like I'm Nick Cannon. Hey, let's go, Brandon. Pandemic ain't real, they just planned it. Hey, let's go, Brandon. You ask questions, they start banning. Hey, let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. Hey, Biden said the just stop the
Good
spread. It was
afternoon.
lies. I remember how you roll, but you haven't opened your
There you go.
eyes. These politicians are
How's it going?
just in disguise.
How's everybody doing today?
Hey, Mr. Fritz. Just a minute here, we're going to be talking about the exact updates of everything that's going on. I know we're a little late. This was last minute for him, at least. So,
I don't need a plane. I just hit the road. I do what I want.
Okay,
I can sell my
personal.
soul. Market about to crash. This is what you chose. Ruining the country. I've been best to go. You gonna take.
we'll also make sure the audio is all set up correctly correspondingly.
Yep, we're looking good. I am logfe. I am.
Okay.
A guest.
Well, we're going to review it. We're going to review the Maxwell case.
Surprisingly, he's not getting the fame like the Rittenhouse case. Right?
Yeah, right. So the people that I know in my chat, they understand the media is not going to be pushing Ghislaine Maxwell
Of course.
case at all. And for that, they're thinking that we're not going to see anything for quite a while. So we have the live stream going on, and people are commenting here. I know this is YouTube, so this could be taken down, but this should be left up for whoever. I made it public. So
Yeah.
anyways, we're just going to review it real quick. Some people are saying it's over. Some people saying it's they're done for the day.
The case?
The case, who knows?
What time did it start today?
It sounded like it started at 9. If I understand correctly, it was pretty earlier this morning.
I want to know what they are charging her for. What are their exact specifics?
Oh, I know the exact specifics.
It's gonna be juicy.
You go, so we can go through that. Everyone here already knows that, but just to review for him.
Yeah.
Everyone here. Okay, let's see real quick. Okay. Yeah, you have it on your. If you have it on your iPad, you can probably pull it up.
Oh yeah.
Scroll up to see the exact.
This must be different from the Telegram live stream. We have microphones. You should be able to hear us a lot better.
Yep. You should be able to hear us a lot better now. Okay, let's see here. Okay, here it is. So their current defense strategy, even though Actually, here it is. The following charges: Count 1, conspiracy to entice minors to travel and engage in illegal sex acts. So travel. I don't know how that implies anything, because the next one is count 2, incitement of a minor to travel to engage in illegal sex act. So when it says travel, it's pretty much saying sex trafficking.
Wow. Conspiracy to entice minors to travel.
Right.
Engage in illegal
That's
sex
count
acts.
3. So conspiracy to transport minors with the intent to engage in criminal sexual activities. Count 4 is transportation of minor with the intent to engage in criminal sexual activities. Count 5, sex trafficking conspiracy. Count 6 is sex trafficking of a minor. Now, remember what I said about conspiracy. The defined definition is to conspire against somebody else in
Yes.
a level of a falsehood theory, not any theory. So it's as if I just theorized or saw you with a child, and I just started telling people that you are taking them to
Mm-hmm.
illegal stuff.
Yeah, why are they saying conspiracy? Like, this is
So I'm conspiring against you. And so she was doing that pretty much. All right. Count 6 was sex trafficking of a minor, and count 7 and 8 is perjury stemming from the alleged false depositions testimony during the civil suit. So
okay.
I just want to read through all the exact things that happened today, everything. So I have it all here. Just give me a second. All right. Let's see. This 4 hours ago. Good morning from New York. The Ghislaine Maxwell sex trafficking case is a trial a quarter of a century in the making. Here's a place for getting caught up with all of that. And then there's a link. So that link a lot of people took, and they're looking at it as this is the link to watch it live. And it wasn't live. Obviously, the news is not going to do that.
Deceivers.
Right. So then goes, we begin. U.S. District Judge Allison Nathan, is the government ready to proceed to the trial today? The answer to this was yes, Your Honor. Question, Miss Sternham, Maxwell's lawyer. She replies in affirmative. Then the proceedings start today with the remainder of the jury selection. Of the 600 original candidates, 58 remain, and we're heading to a panel of 12 jurors and some alternates. So, helpful for reporters. Judge Nathan asked Ghislaine Maxwell lawyer Jeffrey Pagalicia.
Yeah, she has a word. That's a name.
Well, Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyer, the G is silent. Okay, so it's Palucia. Like
Palucia.
lasagna. Lasagna. I like how it's
Pagalina.
right. So
Pagalini.
Okay, so the proceedings are a bit stalled as the court is waiting on 3 potential jurors not accounted for on the security line per judge. Judge Nathan asked the remaining potential jurors, have they read, seen, heard, or researched anything about the case during the holiday recess? If you remember that one. Is there any reason that they cannot be a fair and impartial juror? Only one raised hand in response to those questions from the juror of 87, a Manhattan resident who works for a private equity firm. It's unclear to what question that hand was raised. Juror 87 said that his coworkers spoke about the case and had adamant opinions. This juror disclosed being unable to cut them off. Juror 87 is excused without objection from the parties. So it almost seems like people are being excused if you have any friends or any other, it's saying here, adamant opinion. So what the judge pretty much did was asking people, if you have an opinion on Ghislaine Maxwell already, majority of the jurors supposed to be non-biased. And so if
somebody, it's gonna be really hard to be non-biased,
right?
When you're messing with children.
This is the same. Well, if Epstein, it's the same. It's not the fact that they don't know about. I feel the case. The only people they can have in the juror is going to be people who are more left-leaning, because the left-leaning people still don't know who Epstein is, still don't know who Ghislaine Maxwell is. She's not a big name. But for the people who are awake and remember the trend, Epstein didn't kill himself, it's going to be very apparent that those people are either silent in the jury and they're not going to say anything, that they realize that she has ties with Epstein. I mean, it has to be there.
It's going to be all left-wing people from California.
Well, no, this is in New York, so technically it's just New York people.
All
right. If I understand the juror correctly, it can be across the country if this was broad. So let's keep going real quick. So juror 87 was excused because his coworker had an adamant opinion. We don't know what that opinion was. Probably that she is guilty. On November 16th, the juror said, "My only concern, I guess, given proximity to private equity and finances, that's my only concern." Juror 87 elaborated, then the concern was the number of high-profile individuals, ... finance generally don't have been, generally who have been implicated in this case. So it sounds like whoever jury 87 was concerned that this is a high-profile individual and that it's just too much for him to partake in right here.
Jury 87.
Yep. Number of high-profile individuals, financially generally who impact.
But honestly, knowing this case, when you just hop into the court and you're like picking out the jury, like who's not going to be biased when you start hearing that's all about kids?
Right. And that's what her defense team is trying to convey, that she was in the wrong. And I brought this up with my podcast, and I was telling them, how can Jeffrey Epstein get arrested for these crimes and then he supposedly kills himself
in a high maximum facility, right?
Right. High maximum facilities, and then they proceeded to have Ghislaine Maxwell get her warrant for her arrest. And what does she do? If she's innocent, what do you think she's going to do? She's just going to allow the arrest.
Yeah.
She's just going to allow the arrest. But what did she do actually?
Try fleeing.
She ran, dude. She ran. She was hiding.
Didn't she have her own submarine?
Yes. And so that's something that I wanted to be brought up. I think it will be.
With the submarine?
Yeah.
That's just insane. Like this.
Well,
this
that's
whole
why I said travel.
Child syndicate that they had, like this. They thought this was conspiracy 10 years ago.
Yep.
This is like people, like, it's kind of wake up. And like, not everything. I know some things might sound out of the wazoo.
Yep.
But just think about it. Now we have proof that they'll be lying to us straight up to our face.
Right.
So anything, just do your research. Of course, we have Trusty Gibbs over here, or Speculo.
Yep.
He's gonna provide the information. Do some more research. Bam. That's all I want to say.
Right. So somebody commented. He said, mind you, she had a submarine license and flew a helicopter as well as used to transport. And so that's what those. Remember how I read the court files and what they're claiming here, what to do? Do you need to take that?
No. It's connected to the. Hold on, I'm gonna mute myself.
Anyways, so what I'm saying is, and I'll wait for him just for a second, but continue on. A jury has been selected. The government expects its opening statement to be around 25 minutes. Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyer, Bobby. Wait, did she change her lawyer? What was the other person?
Sorry for technical difficulty.
Okay, so Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyer, looks like the name changed. Bobby Sternum hopes to. So somebody search that up if you want to search that up. Bobby Sternum.
I can search it up right now for us.
Hopes to keep matters under an hour.
That's weird that her lawyer just changed like that.
Well, let me go back up.
How do you spell it? Bobby what?
I'll give you
last name ST what?
STERNHE.
Bobby Sternum.
Yeah.
Hold up. Is this okay? Bobby Sternum striving for excellence. Bobby Sternum has built her net worth defending now. Oh, this is a
woman.
Woman
or trans.
Let's try to find.
I can't tell.
Do you want to go to her Twitter?
Yep.
Okay, we'll go to her Twitter.
Let's see if she has one. Just to get some more information. I had a case and I changed lawyers in the middle of it.
Okay. Attorney Bobby Sternum. This is Twitter. Let's see
if
this is actually anything.
It's a good possibility Ghislaine Maxwell probably switched out her lawyer in the middle of it, or maybe somebody who was there switched it for her.
Attorney Bobby Sternum told a Manhattan judge that Maxwell faces more restrictive conditions than inmates convicted of terrorism or murder. Yes, that's what she should get. This is from the ComoNews.com.
Okay, so it sounds like she has two lawyers.
Okay.
So the first one is Jeffrey Palicia, like lasagna. We're going to just call him lasagna. Anyways, what I was saying, what he was telling us that she had her license to fly helicopters and submarines and stuff. That's what I was talking about. Those two things that says travel, right? It says traveling for a kid to make a kid travel to a sex, criminal sex activities. The next one was submarines. So it's using both alternatives because there's two different types of transports.
She has air and
underwater, right?
Navy. Like she has her own Navy to do this. This is like insane.
Yeah. So somebody, and I know this is true, but it's an Obama-appointed judge, and one of the prosecutors is James Comey's daughter. Doesn't look good, but we'll see. Right. What's going on, guys? Hey, Sandy. All right, so here it goes real quick. Ready for this? Okay, let's get back to where we were. The judge, and let me know when you find some updates about her. Or, yeah.
We have a picture right here. Just call
Yeah.
these people FBI.
No.
It's called Como News. Wow.
Okay.
Oh, 2 hours ago, U.S. National News. The trial of Ghislaine Maxwell begins for New York. Let's find out.
Yep. I'm reading that right now. So a jury has been selected. The government expects to open a statement around 25 minutes. Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyer, Bobby Sternum, hopes to keep matters under an hour. Post-jury selection drama. One jury expressed a financial hardship. Wait. Can you hear me?
Yes, that should be good.
There we go.
Oh.
So, let's see right here. Express financial hardship. We went through that already. That was what? After being selected for jury duty, trial may stretch on well after the holidays. Okay. So that's what we're talking about here.
Wow. Okay.
And I already knew that. I already knew this trial will stretch longer. The only way that I'm actually like allowing this to happen further on is because I know that they are really going deep into this. And the jury is the final decision, right? So if we can't know who is in the jury, but
yeah,
to be paid off at this point, you can't pay off every single one. They're still going to keep their opinions. I mean, you can give me $1,000 and say, hey, she's not guilty, and I'll still say she's guilty. I'll just have an extra $1,000.
Bro, give me $1 million and then let me go on trial. And I'm still going to say she's guilty.
I said bribery, and then I would make it public. I'll get a lot of money for that. So it's just impossible. I don't see that happening, really. They can blackmail families, but that's a lot of families they're going to have to start blackmailing. It's just a huge process. I don't think it's going to be working out in their favor.
Nope. Because if one person says, I believe that they're guilty, it still has to keep going until everybody agrees, right?
Well, yes. So you have to, if that's the case, then you're going to have to go. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know. I've been to a couple cases myself, but I'm not entirely into that understanding. But if my understanding is, it could be possible that
gives us a lawyer.
Yeah, I'm her lawyer, right? She's guilty.
Yes.
The judge will try. So yeah, possibly if they do that, they could have her wait until everyone confirms the same exact answer. So
okay,
that's why I think
they're going to do that.
The trial may stretch out. I think this mic keeps unplugging.
Yeah, I don't know why.
This is a raw live stream, guys. This is not anything.
It's our first time doing it, but like next time we're gonna be a little bit more set up, better wires.
Yeah, we'll be set up pretty good. So,
opening arguments.
Let's see. The judge will try contacting the first juror's employer as the second a spouse surprised the juror with a vacation between December 24th through the 28th. A surprised vacation. So pretty much what this is saying, dude, is that the judge will try to contact the first juror's employer because the first juror, you know how they're based on numbers?
Yeah.
Not decided, but surprised because the judge is surprised that he or she has a vacation between 24th of December through the 28th, as if the trial is going to be on Christmas.
So why is she surprised?
Christmas gift. That'd be a great gift, wouldn't it be?
Do we know anything about
for real.
Who is Allison Nathan? The judge? Ghislaine Maxwell trial judge.
Yes, she is the judge that was chosen by Obama.
This is people's favorites, I guess. U.S. District Judge Allison J. Nathan.
Well, what does that reveal to you?
A lot of conflict of interest and the reason why they're in New York.
Why would Obama do that?
Why would Obama appoint?
If Obama wasn't guilty or has no reason to be partaking in this case, why would he change the judge?
When did he recently change his judge?
I don't know. Let's ask the chat.
Yeah.
When do you guys think he switched?
Was this during his term? I feel like
no, it wasn't during his term.
So he still has that pull? How does he have that pull?
Obama appointed Judge Comey's judge and Comey's daughter as a prosecutor. Sounds like a nightmare. Yeah.
Yeah. And Comey's daughter as a prosecutor sounds like a nightmare. Yeah. Biden just prompted the judge. Byron.
promoted the judge.
Oh,
Okay, so
promoted. My bad.
let's go. Look at the profile of this anonymous juror coming soon. Law Crime News. Once that shakeup has been sorted out. So it looks like that first juror, that profile of the anonymous jury is coming soon of how they're going to continue to proceed with this trial. Judge Nathan says the juror whose spouse announced a surprise trip doesn't know whether it can be moved. The judge is inclined to move ahead regardless. Judge Nathan. So it sounds like this is Allison Nathan.
It's Byron. Byron. I gotta show you that video at the end.
So Judge Nathan, which is Allison Nathan.
Yeah.
The supervisor for the juror expressing the financial hardship said she'll check whether paid leave could be extended. You have 10 minutes, the judge said, she replied. So to answer that question, Obama got involved because he's threatened. That's the end. He's threatened. So we got 17 people on.
The judge also formerly held a position of legal clerk, Justice John Paul Stevens, on the U.S. Supreme Court.
There it is. So read that. A graduate of college law school, she was appointed in 2011 by the district court by then President Barack Obama.
Prior to that, she served as an associate White House counsel and special assistant to Obama, and later as a special counsel to New York State Solicitors General. And this is from Newsweek.
Okay, so read up some of her court cases to see what she swings by.
Is this here?
Because sometimes
you want me to read this right here?
Yeah.
The judge also formerly held a position of legal clerk to Justice John Paul Stevens on the U.S. Supreme Court. She also had an associate role in the law firm William Cutler, Pickering, Hale, and Dorn in New York and Washington, D.C. between 2002 and 2006. From 2008 to 2009, she was a Fritz Alexander Fellow at New York University School of Law, and before that, from 2006 to 2008, a visiting assistant professor of law at Fordham University Law School.
Okay, pause there.
Got it.
I retract my answer that Obama didn't recently appoint her. Biden's administration did.
Yes.
But who's really controlling Biden?
Kamala Harris or Obama. Honestly, though, did you see the recent thing about he was in the hospital and then Kamala Harris was the president for like 48 hours?
Yep. So that was the
They're
call
testing the
out.
water.
She was seeing if she had cancer. He had cancer, and they haven't reported on it in the long run. Like they were just saying he looks healthy, but there's some concerns. If you're going for that,
they got to do physicals on presidents.
There has to be a concern if you're going for that.
I feel like there has to be a physical test done on the president to know if you're fit and healthy to lead. Like we can't have someone passing out.
Right.
Disregard.
Right. Anyways, a lot will be revealed. Do not worry that things will be redacted. What's going to be coming to you is just a large sting operation, as it has been for quite a while right now. We are witnessing the downfall of the new world, not the new world. Talking biblically, though, I'm talking about the man-made new world, the downfall of that. So Maxwell's lawyer said that tsunami of news coverage, there's your word, tsunami, red tsunami of news coverage would make a fair trial impossible. But the jury knew little about the case. One juror who never heard of her said of Epstein, billionaire who solicited prostitutes and underage girls and children, seemed like that person was going to get kicked out if she knew that. Any jurors who has too much information, they're like, all right, leave.
I'm going to try to find some clips from the judge, the actual jury, see if I can play it.
Yeah, good luck. An anonymous jury has selected for Ghislaine Maxwell's sex trafficking trial. So at least some of them are acknowledging that they understand the meaning behind Epstein and what Epstein did. Thank you to Netflix. That was their problem. That Netflix promoted Epstein. You remember that?
Yo.
Ghislaine spelled Ghis.
Ghis.
Ghislaine. There it is.
Ghislaine makes me.
Right. Okay. So let's see. Note, the tsunami comment was made well before voir dire, which is a document that had 374 pages to confirm. This was back in July 12th, when I was talking about what the Ghislaine Maxwell trial was going to begin. It's spelled Ghislaine.
Ghislaine.
So this is a developing story based on what jurors said during voir dire questions, and my pronunciation is going to be whack. The issues with the two jurors have been resolved. They will be sworn in before breaking for lunch. This appears to be a diverse jury in terms of race, age, and gender, and they are about to be sworn in now. And there is actually a picture of what they look like. Somebody drew a photo of them.
Want to show?
Looks like they have a redhead, an old lady, an African American lady, possibly black. Who knows?
Spanish, two
Yeah.
black people.
They got a white individual with a little goatee, an older man, an Asian lady. Yeah.
The guy who
Now,
plays games.
this
a
is
lot.
very cartoony, but this is literally the details of the picture itself. So let me see if I can show you guys this photo. This is what they're looking like. So this is our decision. Based on these people right here, they're going to make the final decision.
They probably found people walking down the street. They don't even know. Like, hey, you want to
You
do court?
get picked based on
Yeah, no, I was making a joke.
yeah. Yeah, yo, you want to
You want to come and
Yes, this is a private trial. You want to come? So all these people that I just showed you right there have no idea who Ghislaine Maxwell is or
just
understanding what they have. They all have purple hair and the women have bowl cuts. Yeah, I know, right?
Is it?
No. That was making a joke. They were saying that it's all just liberals. Now, there's a couple guys in there that who knows? You know, you can't really base on what we're looking at.
Usually open statement to begin as accuser addresses crowd outside court.
Yeah, so that was the protest that you're reading right there.
Dude, I'm gonna see if we can play the audio. Let's get to the audio. You keep talking until I find it.
Okay, so clarification about the jurors who generally knew about Epstein as a billionaire. When I asked ex-U.S. Attorney Berman years ago if Epstein was a billionaire, the prosecutor replied, "No comment." Also, the juror had heard Maxwell was Epstein's, quote, girlfriend. The juror otherwise did not know about the allegations against her. Oh, man, they're in for a ride. They're in for a ride, dude. Imagine sitting there and having no idea what's going on. That's the reddest pill you can ever take.
Hold up, let me see if this is actually playing. This is outside the courtroom right now.
They said, who are you going to trust? Bill Gates or Epstein? Because they're both one the same.
Instead of opening speech, but as you can see, there's nothing really happening right now.
It's a live stream?
Yeah, it's alive.
That's in New York. Yep.
Yeah, it's New York. We can actually just kind of leave it in the background. Man. Does this bother you guys so much?
No, leave it in the background. Let's turn it down just a little bit.
Yeah.
Use your iPad for a little introduction for that. We're trying to get everything in here. We're trying to tell you everything that's going on.
I'm trying to stay up to date. If anything pops off, like, oh.
So to reiterate, what I was saying is, imagine being that juror. You have no idea anything that's going on. I think that was my mic.
Yeah, they'll probably get you new wire, but
that's okay.
That's good right now.
You have no idea what's going on, and you're like, okay, what are we about to witness right now? And they come up with sex trafficking, travel to other cases, right? And then they get all these witnesses and victims to come in and talk to the court pre-trials. This is huge. This is huge. This is it for the media. So their claim that we can't have this in the media because it'll make it impossible. It's going to get out there. People are going to be, at least the Patriots, we're all going to be talking about it constantly, day in and day out, over and over and over and over again, because this is a huge, huge event.
Headliner, Ghislaine convicted.
Right. So I think if Rittenhouse won, there was an indication, and don't get me wrong, still a distraction. It was an indication that the court works, whether it's an Obama appointed,
what's her name again? Let me go back to it. Judge
Nathan.
Allison
Nathan. Okay, so let's keep going. Clarification to billionaire, blah, blah, blah. No comment. The juror otherwise did not know about the allegations against her. Okay. So that's what's going on that was what was going on earlier this morning. Let's keep going. I just got to pull up the other thing right here. Okay, more than 25 years after the earliest allegation. Now, I got to read this real quick just for people. Only
Okay.
25 years after the earliest allegation of her indictment, Ghislaine Maxwell is heading to federal court in Manhattan on Monday to answer charges that she groomed, abused, and sexually trafficked, and it says young girls. We all know what that is, for Jeffrey Epstein's
And it's
predation.
crazy, like, it's not just girls.
Yes, we're
You know,
we're all
but
aware
I'm
of
just
that.
like, I'm just noticing. I know we're all aware of that, but I'm like, they keep saying girls like this social. Like, okay, it's not just girls. Like, people have this stigma, like they're not being like homosexual. Also, like,
Right. Well, it's not even for Epstein either. What they fail to know is that Epstein was just a broker. He was just there to own the island and give it to the people who wanted it. And that's what he was convicted for obtaining an island, sex trafficking girls to that island for predators,
I definitely do that.
elite
Once
predators.
this case is over, it's going to definitely allow us to get to the bigger dogs like Obama, the Clintons.
So
the
Hillary
Bushes.
Clinton's going to be arrested, and this is just an opinion
Opinion
for
and
legal
this is all
reasons,
entertainment.
because this is still YouTube.
This is all entertainment. Okay.
On October, remember this date?
Is this October 21st?
Nope. October blank, 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 blank. I'm not going to see the exact date, but she'll be arrested between 7:30 and 8 o'clock a.m.
Very specific.
And it'll be on a Monday, and it'll be in 2023. But
Wow.
between those dates, between that arrest and all the rest, and that's an arrest. That's not a trial. That's not arrest to a trial. That's an arrest. That is, you're going to jail. That's the end. Now, when that happens,
Yeah.
all between there and her arrest, there's going to be multiple arrests. So what do you think 2022 is going to be like? If this year was Law and Order, right? Think about it. We're having court cases. We're learning about everything. Everyone's waking up to the reality of where we were and where we're going.
Yeah.
2022 is going to be swift and clean. It's going to be the cleanup job. It's going to be time to start
bringing order to it.
From all the background arrests that have already been done, all the indictments that have been done, all the Gitmo indictments that are done, everything is going to start to drop on the world throughout next year. From here till next year.
Okay.
We're also going to win because I believe President Trump will be either reinstated before 2023 or within this month and further on. There's no dates, though. I'm just giving you, it can be anytime from here to there. Now, what we need to see, yes, we are up a lot of those indictments. Now, don't forget, we need to see key details coming to light, and we are already witnessing little driplets and drops. Is the stage set? You know Durham?
Do I know Durham?
Yes. You remember Durham? It's okay if you don't.
Explain.
Okay, Durham.
For me and the people who do not know.
Durham is an investigator who is investigating the Russian gate that Hillary Clinton colluded with Russia in order, and then pinned it on President Trump on his campaign back in 2016.
Oh, yeah.
And so Durham has been going after all the people who worked with the Clinton Foundation and the Clinton campaign, and has indicted 3 of them so far in the last month. And there's a couple. Obviously there's a lot left because we have to talk about the higher.
You want to give a
stuff.
timeline of what the major events have been in the case?
Just a second.
Okay.
But I'm just trying to lead this to everybody and understand that when Durham drops, it leads back to who?
Either Ghislaine or Clinton.
Clinton.
Yes.
Okay. And if Clinton drops, what does that lead back to?
That's going to lead to a whole bunch of people. Obama, the other Clinton, the Bushes.
Okay, so you're saying it's going back to Clinton, right?
It's going to keep going back. It's going to get a lot of people, bro.
Right.
It's going to open up the door.
But it will involve Clinton.
Yes.
Okay, now you have an issue. Hunter Biden's laptop. What happens if that drops?
Yo, that already dropped, though. Like,
yeah. Leaked, right?
It's already. I've seen the photos. That I can't believe that. I just can't believe.
Well, not just the photos.
all the emails too.
corruption, right?
Yeah.
With Ukraine, with the election,
Yes.
with
Yeah,
the
that was
election
such a
fraud.
big thing. I remember trying to prove that to somebody. Like they try to pin it on Trump that he was the one doing it, but that's like
Well,
the lie, the
that's what they do. They like
manipulation.
to mirror it. They like
Yeah.
to say, "Oh, this is him."
It was Trump. Hey,
Right.
look at Trump.
It's funny that they do that, and then they go, "Man, we just reveal our own play." Trump goes, "All right, reveal it all. If it was me, let's prove it." And by them proving it, they're proving themselves wrong. So it's gonna be crazy.
So
let's
this
cont-
whole timeline started with Epstein getting arrested in New Jersey. So this is when it all started. Like we knew about it, but
Yep.
if it went into focus, it went into like formation. In 2019, July 7th, Epstein got arrested. Then Mr. Epstein, like a month later, Epstein kills himself in the Manhattan jail cell. March 2020, Miss Maxwell sued Mr. Epstein's state.
Mhm.
And Miss Maxwell said in the lawsuit that Mr. Epstein and Darren Indyke, a longtime lawyer for Mr. Epstein and the executor of his estate, both promised to pay her legal fees, but she said they hadn't. Her legal fees mounted as more women claimed she helped Mr. Epstein recruit them for sexual activity when they were underage.
Right.
July 2020, Miss Maxwell was arrested in New Hampshire. This indictment listed 3 minor victims who say they were recruited by Miss Maxwell from 1994 to 1997 for criminal sexual activity. July 2020, Miss Maxwell asked for release on $5 million bond. Her lawyer asked a federal judge in Manhattan to release her from jail on $5 million bond. Judge Allison J. Nathan of Federal District Court in Manhattan denied the request after prosecutors argued that Miss Maxwell posed a high risk of fleeing before her trial. Coming in December 2020, this is funny. She says Miss Maxwell calls jail oppressive, and this is
right because she got to be innocent.
Yeah,
she wants to be innocent.
This time, $28.5 million bond, arguing that the conditions of her Brooklyn jail were oppressive. But once again, the request was denied after prosecutors said the probability she would flee was extremely high.
Right. So we're all aware that she's been doing this for quite a while, claiming innocence.
So it says new indictment. March 2021. I'm not sure if you mentioned this, but Miss Maxwell is charged with a sex trafficking a 14-year-old. A new indictment accuses Miss Maxwell of grooming an additional minor. She is charged with sex trafficking a 14-year-old girl who engaged in sexual acts with Mr. Epstein at his Palm Beach, Florida estate. Is that Florida? Or just Fly Estate? I don't know.
All right, hold on right there.
Okay.
Don't go anywhere. The question was, who is Ghislaine Maxwell's alleged victims? These are the people that are speaking in court right now.
Oh, do you want to get those names?
Yep.
Okay, let's go get these.
Okay, so one of these names is federal prosecutors identified 4 people as minor victims in these indictments.
Do we have their names?
I think we do. Ranging from 14 to 17 at the time of the alleged abuse. 3 will be testifying under the pseudonyms, and only one, Annie Farmer, has stepped forward in the court documents associated with the case. So let me reread that. Now this might be a burden for a lot of these victims. We have a live stream going of the case right now.
Yep.
This is the outside of it. People are kind of walking around, kind of just talking to other patriots around there. What it's saying, federal prosecutors identified 4 people as minor victims in this indictment, ranging from the ages of 14 to 17 at the time of the alleged abuse. I don't care if it's one. If it takes one person to get this done. These children have been through enough. So if it's one kid that can talk and tell them this is what happens, and don't get me wrong, I already told you that Ghislaine Maxwell is bringing in a psychological prosecutor to get them to talk about how their brains are not actually functioning correctly. It's a defense move. I don't care. It won't work because the jury is the final decision. Yeah, they can do all they want to persuade, but in the long run, Annie Farmer has stepped forward in the court documents associated with the case. Can you search up Annie Farmer? I think she was the same girl that was with the prince.
Alleged victim 1 from 1994 to 1997, New York and Palm Beach, Florida. The first alleged victim was about 14 years old when, according to prosecutors, she first met Maxwell. Maxwell accused of grooming the young woman by taking her shopping and to the cinema, normalizing abuse by undressing in front of her and being present and involved in some of Epstein's abuse. The government claims this took place in Epstein's New York townhouse and at his mansion in Palm Beach, Florida, and that the alleged victim was encouraged to travel between Mr. Epstein's residence. Alleged victim 2 was 1996 in New Mexico. The second alleged victim was under 18 when she was flown to Epstein's New Mexico ranch at his invitation. Prosecutors claim that Maxwell knew the woman was under 18 and groomed her with shopping and cinema trips and by disguising her school classes. Okay. Or discussing her school classes. Maxwell is accused of giving the woman an unsolicited massage while the alleged victim was topless and encouraging her to massage Epstein. Okay, this is getting a little.
Still weird.
Yeah. You know, it's way worse than that, but
Okay, Annie Farmer is the same woman who was with Clinton and the Prince on the plane, and Prince of what's that Prince Andrews?
yes.
And we all know they're dealing with a lot of things. Okay, Bill Clinton. We know since he was in office, he was already dealing with sexual assault cases. Prince Andrew right now is dealing with it as we speak. And this is the same girl that's now speaking not only for her own case, but for every single child that was groomed by these elites. Think of Britney Spears for a minute. You know, she had her freedom.
Yeah, she was in a courtmanship.
Hold on, I want to see what's going on. The police officers are talking to some guys. They're escorting them.
Yeah, just speaking about Britney Spears. If y'all didn't know, she had that breakdown in 2008 where then her dad went to court to ask for a courtmanship, and basically a courtmanship is taking control over adult or anybody who can't logically or mentally make a decision for themselves. And it was crazy. She was making like hundreds of millions throughout this decade. Her father was getting $10,000 a week. She was getting an allowance of $2,000 a week, which is like, oh, $2,000 a week for us would be amazing. But like for $100 million show that she does, that's insane that she wasn't seeing it. The lawyer was literally getting like $500,000 a year and never told her that she could petition to get this removed. Like they just kept her in the dark. They're taking advantage of her, and she couldn't control. Like there's a lot of basically what you say, a lot of grooming. Just
she's not the only one.
Yeah,
there is multiple.
Are they using these legal documents? Like, because it happened in the state of California, these courtmanships where they're allowed to take control of your life. You can't make a decision for yourself. You think are they using the legal system to do this to these like younger women, or these?
They're definitely abusing it in one way or another. And my understanding is all over. It's over. So let's go real quick. We know this is all just reiterations. This is all just review. People are coming over here. How can you watch a live stream of Ghislaine Maxwell's trial when it can't be broadcasted? It's only in person.
Why is that?
How many people had to sit there and listen in? Are they allowing people to sit there and listen in? Because I'll go to New York and listen.
New York is about a 2-hour drive.
So I don't have a problem with doing that. The thing is that I have an issue with is if these people are standing outside, it's probably because a lot of people are already inside. So let's see. Let's ask some questions, guys. If you have any more, we'll keep going with some of the things. I just want to read some more. 17 reference Snow White along with Saudi Arabia, Bloody Wonderland. Yep, that was talking about how Clinton worked with Saudi Arabia in order to get more than money. I'm talking about youngsters into their own wonderland. So that was their reference. The Financial Times revealed somebody moved the camera up to show the building. Yeah. That's the building where they're doing the court case right now.
There you go.
All right, I'm going to read next comment by U.S. Army 88. The Financial Times revealed on Friday that Staley had reportedly exchanged 1,200 emails with Epstein over 4 years, some of which featured unexplained terms such as Snow White. Yep. We all know who Snow White is. That's a code. Remember, these emails were revealed because who has it all? Correct. All right. Now, I believe the trial has already happened. Sandy, you're right. And not just today. What today is showing the public what they think that they're doing. Okay, this is the good news, everybody. Here it is. Ghislaine Maxwell's trial has already completed. She became guilty, convicted. Now, the world must know, because it's the only way to do it swift and clean, starting from the little bottom and working your way up. And so it has to be public to not just our eyes or the sheep's eyes, but to the deep state, because they believe what they're doing is having a real trial, but in reality, they're revealing themselves. Appointed judge by Obama, used by the Biden administration, bribing juries. The
whole nine.
The whole case, this whole Ghislaine Maxwell jury case is pretty much fraud, but doesn't matter, because at the end of it, just like Rittenhouse, she's going to become, well, Rittenhouse was not guilty, but I'm saying the case as it went by, this will become, no matter of the fact, a guilty case.
Oh, I didn't even know that. 7 dwarfs are the 7 CIA supercomputers.
Where is that?
That is mesmerized for life.
The 7 dwarfs are 7 CIA supercomputers. I'm not sure what other references. Staley is a former Barclays bank boss, Jess Staley's.
So I was thinking, military tribunal behind the scenes. This is just optics
for the public. Yes. There you go. The whole concept system needs to come down. Yeah.
Thumbs up. Thank you, Sandy.
We don't really need to worry because we know the truth. So the end of the day, we're going to witness a lot more indictments happening. And on top of it, the election supernatural fraud.
Oh,
I'm just adding different words in between.
Paranormal.
Just in case.
All right. All these freaking zombies came back to vote.
Right.
I need Biden.
Oh, right. Let's go.
If you're getting dead people vote for you, I don't want you as my president.
So, nothing to worry about. Go ahead and play some.
What?
Play that. The applause. Anytime, guys. I use my gut a lot.
We are.
All right. Let's move on. Real quick. Anything can happen over the course of the criminal trial, and of course, the Epstein saga has captured global attention largely because of its ties to the international elites, including U.S. President Bill Clinton, the UK Prince Andrews, and billionaires such as Lex Wexner. Judge Nathan has questioned potential jurors about what they know about. Let's see. So they're also questioning Trump's club Mar-a-Lago and Palm Beach resorts that the former president dubbed as the Southern White House. We still know why, right? During his tenure. Jufer? How do you say that? I forgot. My pronunciation is terrible, by the way. Hold on. I'm going to play it.
Giraffe.
Oops. Giraffe?
Jufer.
Hold on.
Italian.
Jufre.
But let's see how he's pronounced it in German. Jufre. So Jufre
has stated publicly that Maxwell recruited her from the club where Jufre was working as a spa attendant.
Jufre.
That said, it's far from sure things that skeletons would tumble out of the proverbial closet for any of these figures come trial time. In August, prosecutors submitted a pretrial motion in the Maxwell case asserting that they only plan to introduce co-conspirator statements at trial from only 2 individuals. Wow. One of them widely presumed to be Epstein. and now he's dead. The government reserved the right to add that list, and so that number might increase, and I believe it's going to increase. Regardless of what transpires during Maxwell's trial, Prince Andrews will still face scrutiny inside the same courthouse. The Southern District of New... Did it end? Oh, no, your phone turned off.
Nope, it ended.
Oh, it ended.
Yeah, that was a little weird. Like at the end, they just pointed at the building, and then it went for 3 hours, like live.
Yep.
Yeah, it just ended. So
It's okay. People are still protesting, but it ended. The prince vehemently denies the allegation in the civil suit, and nobody other than Maxwell and Epstein have charged criminally in connection with these alleged conspiracy. So, what should we expect next? Maxwell's first day to trial begins to culminate jury selection at 9:30 a.m. So I was correct. It's 9:30 a.m. It was about, I thought it was going to be 9. Earlier this month, Judge Nathan whittled down a pool of 600 potential jurors to some 58 remaining candidates. We already read that. Maxwell counsel asked to exercise peremptory strikes for after Thanksgiving, hoping to avoid jury being tainted by holiday discussions with their family. Okay, so this is what we're going to talk about real quick. They had 4 hours. They wanted to do it in 25 minutes to get some of their statements out.
oh, we have some things that
But we need to talk about what you think and what we know is going to be partaking afterwards. So we need to talk about what you think went down today. My understanding is that they just kind of talked about the trial to the jury. Now, the pretrial set up some of the facts, but the jury wasn't in the room. When the jury was presented today, they were presented with the facts or the accusations, I should say, of Ghislaine Maxwell conspiring against minors.
this guy thinks that Trump's are with it too, but he has
Yeah.
the mask, the famous mask of what?
Anonymous?
The Hillary Clinton. Nope, not anonymous.
Oh,
Think about the Clinton conspiracy with the child and the defacing.
Let me see.
That's the only thing I could think of.
Oh, you're right. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you talk about Frizzle drop.
Ugh, I don't even like hearing. I heard the audio.
Yep.
Oh man, that's something insane.
Yep. So
Does that make me like?
we're gonna end this live stream in about 8 minutes
There's some more stuff. There's like
because his
updates.
computer's gonna die.
Yeah.
But let's see. Ghislaine Maxwell smiles behind mask and waves to sister as trial opens in New York City. Ghislaine Maxwell appears to be in a good spirits as the star of the trial, charged with trafficking underage girls for convicted pedophilia Jeffrey Epstein, the British socialite.
It's socialite.
Okay, seemed relaxed, played with her hair, smiled from behind her mask, and waved at her sister as jury selection in the case began, according to press pool reports. We're about to find out real soon. Judge stresses importance of jury's role. Judge Nathan reminds jury to avoid any social media, not to discuss the case with anyone, not even family and friends.
This is public.
It should have been public.
This is public.
She also noted the significant media attention surrounding the case, calling the jury the triers of fact. Judge Nathan says that they are to decide this case solely on the evidence provided in the courtroom. So they can't get any other information outside of the courtroom. But we don't know what the evidence are going to be brought up except for
What they're convicting her for?
except
Okay.
for Annie Farmer.
Yeah, this is from, if you guys want to look at this is from independent.co.uk. It's from the UK.
Yeah, I don't trust Independent Co, but you can read it anyway. Some news sites you can read still, and they'll be there. Just because
like to say where,
and I'll say this. I'll say just because Ghislaine Maxwell smiles behind the mask doesn't mean she's not guilty. And also doesn't mean that she's comfortable. Sometimes I smile to pretend I'm comfortable.
Hide the emotion.
Right.
With a smile. How many people we
we're gonna get through this, no worries. Yeah, we're already paid off the judge, we already paid off the jury. We're gonna win this. It's too late. It's already too late. So here's your phone back.
Kudos.
All right, last questions. Anybody want to ask any questions real quick? Drop it down. Comment section. We'll try to answer them. Let's read some. Mesmerized says 9 to 12 of them New York City police officers that saw that laptop are dead. Yes, you're correct.
9 out of 12 of them. Yo. And then not even talking about the people that are alive. They had to go through therapy, like major therapy, after what they saw.
Let me just give you this, guys.
Oh, who's
just for reassurance.
Who's
real
the
quick.
There was another guy's laptop that was leaked too. It's not just was it like a couple years back? Not just Hunter Biden's, but it was like it starts with an A.
Assange?
No, he was in New York. It was
I
had.
know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I forgot. But
Give me a second though, just to give you guys some reassurance. Where were we 2 years ago? Where were you 2 years ago?
2 years ago, I was still in the United States Air Force.
Right. But with the news and everything that's going on right now.
Oh, 2 years ago, with how the news is, it was just 2019. We're talking about 2019.
Actually, let's go back further. Let's go
2018?
2016.
Oh, 2016.
Before Trump got in. What was your opinion on him?
I didn't have an opinion on Trump.
Okay. Me neither.
Honestly, I saw him when I was young. I used to watch wrestling, and I saw him going to the WWE, and then like the media loved Trump. The media loved Trump when he wasn't political.
Right.
That's all we all know.
The reason why I bring this up is because all our opinions of everything that's going on today, everything that we know, the election, the Hunter Biden, the laptop, the Hillary Clinton, the Russian collusion, the Durham report, the Ghislaine Maxwell, the Epstein Island, everything that we're witnessing today, even to COVID, SARS, Omni, everything that's going on right now is huge. And we're all witnessing it together, that it's not entirely true. In a level of there's some deep state propaganda pushing on it through the mainstream media. And it's also a whole bunch of us digital soldiers and patriots who are helping to answer big questions. So I'm just saying this trial, that the fact that it's even happening publicly for people to know is such a significant event.
Why do you think Trump will return again as far as correcting the 2020 election? That was from Mesmerized for Life J.
Because Trump never conceded. And also Trump said the best is yet to come. Keep watching. And he keeps promoting for people in 2022 to vote for him. Save America. That's his whole campaign. He's not going a campaign running trials and talking to the news media and selling books on purpose. It's not what a former president does. So the question should be, did President Trump ever leave? He left the White House.
It's one big movie.
He left the corporation. Let's talk about Anthony Weiner. Anthony Weiner is a politician and convicted of sex offender.
Oh, that's the laptop, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Even that laptop came out, and it's like hearing what's on that. I think that's where the videos came from.
Yeah,
they have the videos from that laptop.
Yep.
It's weird that it took years to get to the FBI.
Just think about today. Jack from Twitter resigned.
Who's Jack?
Jack is the CEO of Twitter.
Today?
Yes. He dropped. He stepped down. Because this trial's going on. That's my opinion.
Interesting. And don't forget, this is all entertainment purposes. We like to entertain. This is why we're doing this.
Yeah, one big movie.
One big movie. We're shooting the movie. This is an entertaining movie that you guys are watching. This is all entertainment for everybody who's watching. You know?
Because in reality, a lot of this stuff has been completed, but the way that it has to go through, we can't just drop a bomb on people. If you knew everything that was going on in one big sitting, in like one big red pill, you would most likely choke. Even the hardest, reddest people. All right, let's go over. Read one of them. What do you say?
So I could read. So I'll read Jason Flack and U.S. Army. That's why I said what I said on Telegram earlier about the 10 years he's pushing for 2022. I think the deep state told Trump if he revealed the truth, they would release a virus. That's why we have COVID. Hopefully they don't have something to kill us all.
COVID
as feel safe. Yeah, they're not gonna do that.
Nope. So COVID was released as a SARS-5 virus has a legitimate virus
He still
for
has the
years.
top nuclear element of our military.
And it wasn't released because Trump. Okay, if you watch U.S. Army, if you watched my timeline video, you understand that Trump had a bunch of countries capitulate over, and this included China. Doesn't mean Trump is working with China. It just means that they surrendered over to Trump's team, the 17 team. They're done. But what they are doing is there's certain individuals that are still corrupt that are working with the DS who push this corona. And now the reason why they're doing this is a fear tactic to continue to depopulate and control their narrative because they're losing. They're broke. They have no more supporters.
They
The
better not
mainstream
pull
media,
another
no one's
BLM
watching
again.
anymore. It's all gone. Okay? So Border Crisis is a movie too. I'm in Texas. Yep. No, wait. Border Crisis is not a movie. The Border Crisis is legitimately happening. What we're witnessing is them doing it for the purpose of election fraud again. They're doing it because they lost supporters. They're realizing they can't cheat in elections like they used to with the Dominion system. They're going to have to use numbers of illegal aliens. So they're moving them silently in the middle of the night to different areas and counties that need their vote. All right, so that's a real thing.
Despicable.
But we're aware of it. If we weren't aware of it, we wouldn't be talking about it. All those people will be arrested. We had 1.3 million arrests in the last 2 months
Whoa.
of illegal aliens.
And
And just because Biden is moving them to other areas doesn't mean they're not illegal. The person themselves is, yeah, they're a human being, but at the same time, they are an illegal being within a United States.
Yeah, and a lot
the
of them-
sovereign of the United States. We have set up a proper way to become a citizen.
And a lot of them don't understand what's going on. So if someone's helping you, they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna help the person that's helping me right now. Incentivizing, like you hear about the $400,000 like illegal immigrants are getting.
Well, that was just a claim. He
That was
never
a claim?
actually sent it
Okay.
through. But yes, that's what he wanted to do. And then he denied he said it, and then he pushed it again.
I seen a meme. It was like the next time we on HGTV, it's gonna be a legal immigrant male, legal immigrant woman looking for a house.
Yeah, I know. Because of $400,000.
I think I wanted this.
Let's see. He still heads the top nuclear elements of our military and beyond the Biden. And beyond the Biden is the CEO of the dead corporation. Absolutely correct. That's the simple summary. Border crisis equals more illegal voters, destabilize us, cause division. It has many purposes. Absolutely correct. They need the virus to last until the next election for mail-in voting and fraud. Yep. Let's see. It won't matter, though, when a valid ID is required to vote. So they're doing is pointless in a way, but it's also useful. Midterm Maronic variant. Yes.
The midterm moronic variant.
All right. This is the last thing I'm searching up. And then,
What, for COVID? There's gonna be a new variant every year. Just be prepared.
well, yeah, of course. That was the meme that I sent earlier, and then I deleted it
Remix.
so I can post it later. Let's see what it says here. And then we got to get off.
Yeah.
I don't want this video to be too long.
Yeah. Does anybody, while he's searching, does anybody have any questions for the great speculo or me?
Okay, as they are writing their questions, I have it. Emergence of the moronic variant could be down to the reservoirs of the virus in an unfake, vaccinated, and immune suppressed. Oh, here we go. Hold on. The Omni variant that they're claiming right now has the same side effects as the vaccine: heart disease,
Oh my God.
heart failure, and clots. Dude, it's
Can we
so
just give up on it? Like, a lot of people are just giving up on, like, okay, I'm done now. It was funny. I seen somebody, like, they're not like woke or this, but they're like, you know what? Just if it's gonna let me, they said if it's gonna take me, just take me. I don't care enough anymore.
moronic.
Moronic is ironic.
It's a moron. It's a moronic variant.
Anybody who gets the moronic is the moron, right?
Oh, I get it. A moronic variant. It's a joke.
It's a joke.
Yeah. Omicron variant is called the moronic variant mutation. Okay, hold on. The mutation, the Omni variant, could be down to reservoirs.
Oh,
of the
I think they
virus.
said flip the current variant letters around to get moronic.
Yeah, it's called the current one is
The
called
moronic.
Omicron.
So let's put moron. Moron variant came out. Everybody who gets it, IQ is lower than 70. What's a placebo?
My girlfriend,
Placebo.
my fiance, and I have been going through a placebo effect and how it works and whatnot. Looks like you were prescribed a placebo. What's a placebo? Something that doesn't work but tricks people into thinking it does. I'm a placebo.
Show them.
Yeah.
Yeah, placebo was big in the 1900s. They probably still do it now. When they used to give.
Oh no, it's definitely done today.
It's still, I know they still do it now, but I remember reading about it. People will give sugar pills.
I say if it works, it's better than actually taking the real thing.
Yeah. What they're giving people sugar pills and other people actual medicine pills, and like they're getting the same effects. Like people are curing themselves because the thought of their brain, their thought of their body, like, oh, I'm about to heal, and they start thinking healthy thoughts, and you're good. We're all placebo sometimes.
I hope I get a free cheeseburger for this 9th booster shot.
Yo, literally at my college, they're offering us $25 Amazon gift cards to take the shot. And a lot of people on my campus do not know that you could put they don't think to go against it. This is how far sheep are coming out now. Like they don't think you could say no to it. They don't think you could put sign up and say, you know what, do not want this shot.
Yeah. You
cannot force me to take it. Everybody's like, yeah, we have to take it. We have to take it. Because that's what they're trying to push. They're trying to make this group narrative like you can't say no.
Yeah.
They never say you couldn't say no. They're just trying to make it seem like you can't say no.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. M channel. The trial's over for the day, but it's going to proceed through the holidays. That's what I was talking about. Super Bowl. I talked about it for how many months? You weren't even there.
They're probably gonna
Super Bowl. I believe that trial and all the evidence behind it will be completed. She'll start with a smile, but what she's going to end with what?
She's going to end with a... Where is it? What up? She's going
to end with a... Right. And so it doesn't matter the time length for that. A bunch of things are going to happen between it. So... It will last 6 weeks at minimum.
Watch the time they're actually going to air it for first time on TV. The Super Bowl is going to be happening.
Yep. That was my theory. Anyways, tears, facts. So we're going to end it here.
We're going to end it off
Ghislaine
here.
Maxwell's trial started. The jury understands what she has been doing and the level of whatever resources they gave them, which happens to be a single that we know of prosecutor.
You're not going to get COVID if you
have
these vaccinations.
So we're going to sign off
Ay,
with a good song for you.
I keep it drawn like I'm Nick Cannon.
Snow White is
Let's go, Brandon. Pandemic ain't real, they
Hillary
just
Clinton.
planted. Hey, let's go, Brandon. When you ask questions, they start banning.
Thank you for
Actually,
tuning in.
Alice in Wonderland is Hillary Clinton. Who's Snow White?
Let's go, Brandon. I keep it drawn like I'm Nick
Isn't that Anne?
Let's go, Brandon.
You know what? That's going to be a question for another live stream. We'll have that answered.
Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon.
And Google her. All right.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good night.
How you roll, but you haven't opened your eyes. These politicians are demons just in disguise. Look at Kyrie Irving and Nicki Minaj. Look at Australia, that's what's